What was this conspiracy? On 6th of March 22, the Under-Secretary of State of the US, he meets the Pakistani ambassador in Washington. And, this is an official meeting. There were note takers on both sides. And he says that, look, there's a vote of no confidence coming. At this time, there was no vote of no confidence against me. And he said, if it succeeds against, if it doesn't succeed against me, in ousting me, then there will be consequences for Pakistan. But if it succeeds, then all will be forgiven. So this arrogant discourse takes place between the ambassador and this Donald Lu, who was the Under-Secretary of State in Washington. I read this cipher. Now imagine, here I read this, that he's telling my ambassador, he's telling my ambassador to get rid of me, the Prime Minister. So, I'm a bit, like anyone would be taken aback. The next day, the vote of no confidence is tabled against me. And suddenly about 20 of our parliamentarians start meeting with the opposition. And then openly there was this horse trading taking place, horse trading, where roughly about $1 million were being dished out to buy our M&As. And so our government falls. But what happens after, subsequently, what happens? We are replaced by a government where 60% of the cabinet is on bail on corruption cases. And the two families that had been calling each other crooked and putting each other in jail and corruption cases unite against me, are brought into power, and they then try and suppress this movement because people spontaneously came out in the streets. First time it's happened in our history. So people came out in the streets protesting against this regime change. And they then used brute force. They tear gassed them, they beat them up. And this is all on video. So that happened on the 25th May. But what they thought was that would scare people. It actually had the opposite effect. So rather than our movement after post my government going, rather than it sort of slowing down, the movement got stronger and stronger. And there were two sets of by-elections, one in July and then one earlier this month. So both by-elections were swept by us, by my political party. So since then what has happened is that this reign of terror is taking place in our country.